price of the other guys with your BTC home internet and mobile services combined. Switching to BTC is a no-brainer because I pay less with BTC and get super fast internet with speeds up to 600 megs. The other guys, their internet only go up to 105 megs.
Get all the internet you want at half the price when you bundle your home internet and mobile. Visit a BTC store to make the switch today. Conditions apply.
As a result of the recent uptick in violence, domestic violence, school campus violence, and murders in our country, New Providence in particular, ZNS Radio will lead in providing relevant programs and content in collaboration with religious, civic, and governmental groups and organizations that will offer opportunities to view, impact, and possibly reduce the current spate of violence that we are now experiencing.
Our focus will be on finding viable solutions as we are committed to helping our nation
to become a part of the solution.
All that is required for evil to triumph is for good men to see it and do nothing.
This is the ZNS Network, providing radio and high-definition television services for the entire Bahamas. ZNS Network is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It is located at Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive, Centerville, Nassau. Our programming is designed to inform, educate, and entertain. We invite you to join us.
The following is a preamble of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Whereas 481 years ago, the rediscovery of this family of islands, rocks and keys, heralded the rebirth of the New World. And whereas the people of this family of islands, recognizing that the preservation of their freedom will be guaranteed by a national commitment to self-discipline, industry, loyalty, unity, and an abiding respect for Christian values and the rule of law. Now, know we therefore, we the inheritors of and successors to this family of islands, recognizing the supremacy of God and believing in the fundamental rights and freedoms of the individual, do hereby proclaim in solemn praise the establishment of a free and democratic sovereign nation, founded on spiritual values, and in which no man, woman, or child shall ever be slave or bondsman to anyone or their labor exploited, or their lives frustrated by deprivation, and do hereby provide by these articles for the indivisible unity and creation under God of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
It's Thursday, April 7, 2022, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, more Bahamians named to post overseas. We're checking in on fish sales ahead of Easter. Swimmers getting ready for the Carifta Championships. And we're heading down home to Cat Island. So let's start the morning off right.
edition is brought to you by We Buy, You Sell Company, your leading hurricane impact windows, doors, and tile specialist.
Stay positive, work hard, and simply make it happen. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. My sidekick, Charles Fisher, he's standing by over there in Cat Island. Fisher.
Good morning, LaDawn. Like they say, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay right here in Cat Island. The 4th annual Fish Off Festival is all about to begin. And guess what? I came in yesterday, and the first persons they asked, where's LaDawn? We're going to talk about that coming up in the morning edition.
Well, let's now take you out to our streets where Antoinette Smith is standing by with your Thursday morning traffic.
Good morning, Bahamas. Your Thursday morning traffic report comes to you live from Mackey Street, just near Rosetta Street. Now, I can tell you this area is already a buzz, but enough of that. We're going to get to our main event. With us, as always, is Corporal Patrick Kemp of the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Bahamas.
All right, well, Kemp, we are on the sidewalk this morning, but I can tell you I was driving to work this morning, and I had to navigate a few pedestrians who were, you know, also in the road. As a driver, what is the best way to avoid those pedestrians?
But first of all, you want to stay focused while you're driving and realizing and being reminded that we do have persons that utilize the streets when they should be really using the sidewalks that provided for them. We do have persons who exercise early in the morning, late in the evening, and then we have persons who on a regular commute to their various destinations who tend not to utilize what's provided for them. So as a driver, you want to be as focused as possible. You want to, and you know, if you see someone that's standing on the side of the road, there may not be a pedestrian crossing for that individual, but you recognize that they want to cross, be courteous. Stop, allow that person to cross, little ones especially. And before they do, you might want to indicate by using your right out of your window to the other drivers that may make an attempt to overtake that somebody is crossing. You might want to flash your lights for oncoming traffic to also indicate to them that somebody is crossing. This will help to prevent any incidents from occurring.
Now, Kemp, I also know that there are fines that can happen if we don't allow pedestrians to cross on what we know as the pedestrian crossing. Can you enlighten us as to what can happen if we just shoot past that pedestrian?
Well, first of all, nobody should be just shooting past a pedestrian, especially what we call a zebra crossing, a pedestrian crossing, all right? You will find yourself before the courts for committing that offense, and it is an offense, all right? Especially in a school zone, to be going at an excessive speed in a school zone and overtaking at a pedestrian crossing. That is also an issue that I see that we have in our country. And again, I want to encourage Anthony, the persons out there, to please drive with due care and attention. If I may, also, Miss Johnson. Listen, she's one of our senior citizens. She's excited about not only about the show and the information that is passed on, but she wanted me especially to mention when it concerns her being a pedestrian, to remind the drivers to look out for our senior citizens. They may not be able to maneuver in time to get out of the way because of your reckless driving, so be careful with those senior citizens. I want to also encourage my colleagues, Ms. Johnson. She would have said, please remind your officers that some of us, we catch the bus early in the morning and we are on the road early in the morning by ourselves, by the staff. So I want to continue to encourage my colleagues out there to pay special attention to those bus stops and those various places where persons be standing at the wee hours in the morning waiting for the bus.
All right, well, if you are a pedestrian, then I hope you took note of this advice. If you're a driver, I hope you also took note of what to do when you may encounter a pedestrian on the street. And I think we're going to wrap it up here and toss it back to you guys in studio.
Thanks a lot, Antoinette. Staying on the outside, a high-pressure ridge is dominating the weather across the islands today. Beachgoers should be alert for the possible rip currents along east and south beaches. For all areas, weather partly to mostly sunny, hot and breezy, with a few brief showers. A small craft caution continues with winds southeast to south at 15 to 20 knots and seas 4 to 6 feet. Daytime high temperature is 88 degrees with an overnight low temperature of 75 degrees. Now here's a look at your extended weather forecast. Police left investigating yet another late-night homicide on the streets of the capital, but this time in the Hollywood subdivision of Cowpen Road.
Upon arrival of our first responding officers, they met an adult male lying in the street, suffering from gunshot wounds about his body. The male was assessed by EMS technicians. Following their assessments, the technicians determined that he had no signs of life. The initial investigation in this incident is that the male the victim was going to his vehicle when he was approached by two suspects who brandished their firearm and discharged their weapons, hitting him fatally.
Legislation to address inconsistencies when it comes to the age of juvenile consent in this country could be presented to Cabinet by next week. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder, says the legislation was a part of 20-plus bills from gender-based violence to human rights issues that he says his office decided to separate.
If you would actually look at all of the different pieces of legislation in the country that addresses juveniles, you'll see numerous inconsistencies in ages, of what you can do as a juvenile and not do as a juvenile. So, for instance, you can get married at a certain age, but you can't go and get medical treatment by yourself at a certain age, even if you're married. Right? So these things are all inconsistencies throughout.
The Bahamas Christian Council is supporting government's intention to raise the legal age of sexual consent in the country from 16 to 18. These comments came after public outrage which stemmed from the unlawful sex case of a 14-year-old girl impregnated by a 40-year-old man who was recently sentenced to 4 years behind bars and 3 years parole after agreeing to a plea deal. Council President Apostle Delton Fernandez believes more must be done to prevent children from becoming victims of such predatory behavior.
The age for marriage is 18. And so I believe that there's going to be support, and I am supporting that the age of consent be 18, as the church is bound by the word of God, that sex is in the bounds of marriage. As a society is supposed to protect our young, our vulnerable, those that cannot help themselves. And if we are producing predators, I think as a society we ought to find ways to weed them out, find ways that we can rehabilitate them, but also find ways to protect our young daughters, our young sons, and those that are helpless to these predators in our society.
7 Bahamians added to the diplomatic corps. Former cabinet minister Her Excellency Hope Strachan sworn in as a new ambassador and permanent representative to UNESCO. Other new members include businessman Winston Pinnock, who now serves as ambassador to the Food and Agriculture Organization, or FAO. Former Bahamas telecommunications head Leon Williams assumed the role of ambassador to the International Telecommunications Union. Former cabinet minister Damian Gomez has been chosen as ambassador at large to the Inter-American Council on Human Rights. Ambassador at large for cultural affairs is celebrity artist His Excellency Jamal Roll. Attorney and former politician Ron Pinder was appointed ambassador at large to the Independence Celebration Committee, while public relations specialist Al Dillette is the Bahamas Consul General to Toronto. Foreign Affairs Minister the Honorable Fred Mitchell had these words for the country's newest envoys.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs employees are agents of the government. So when you become an ambassador or a foreign service officer, you no longer have your own opinions. And therefore, venting on Facebook is not an option, because you're acting on behalf of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Visit Home Care and Electrical and Home Decor, your one-stop shop on Joe Farrington Road, just west of the traffic light. We carry a full line of electrical and plumbing supplies, a huge stock of appliances upstairs, refrigerators, stoves, freezers, washers, dryers, plus we have all the household items you need. Right next door, you'll find Andros Beauty Supply for all your health and beauty needs, from hair colors, facial creams and soaps, to weaves and caps and so much more. Home Care and Electrical and Home Decor and Andros Beauty Supply, all in one building, Joe Farrington Road, open every day, including Sunday.
At Home Care, we guarantee you the best prices in the Bahamas.
You may have to get an early start on purchasing key items for your traditional Good Friday meal, and that includes fish. Desmond Saunders visited the Potter's Key dock to speak with vendors.
Well, several days left before thousands commemorate Good Friday with a traditional savory fish-based meal. Local fishermen are hoping to rebound from the COVID crisis that saw depressed consumer spending and sluggish sales. Proprietor of Neil Diamond Fish Vendors, O'Neill Ambrose, says he's ready.
This year is basically Easter, basically the fisherman Christmas. We look forward to it every year to put $1 in our pocket to pay 1 or 2 bills and try and have a better way of life.
It's been tough for you?
Yeah, I can't complain. Some days you come out, you make $1, some days you don't. It's honest living, like every other business. It's up in and out.
Whether it's a popular Bahamian snapper or the flavorful jacks, there's a smorgasbord of fish in a variety of shapes and sizes waiting to be cooked or grilled, and fish vendor Sonia Marshall can help you with just what you need.
Just relaxing. Relaxed, sell the fish. Attend to the customer when they come by and ask prices on what type of fish they want, how they want it prepared, and all of that.
Now, this is expected to be a busy period for local fishermen, and local fish lovers can expect to pay a little bit more for these delicacies this time around.
Because you would expect to spend more on fish compared to last season. Last season, a kilo of fish would average about $180. Now the season average about $250 to close to $300 some places.
For instance, like the Margaret fish, what everybody like to buy. They notice that some people say $80 a kid. Now, Margaret fish is like $130 a bag.
Rising fuel costs due to global inflation also contributing to the hike in fish sales.
Due to high cost in fuel and the high cost of living, due to the increase, that trickle down on the fish industry. So too, the crawfishing, people tend to do the crawfishing as well. Everybody focus on the big bucks, rather than focus on the small bucks, which is snapper. Compared to getting $25 a pound versus $180, $200. So they focus on the large amount.
Well, we are here at Smith's Bay Dock here in Kent Island, and they're all set for the 4th annual Fish Off Tournament, but it got started last night with the opening ceremony. Doing the honors was Island Administrator Dale Jellin.
Indeed, the greatness of a culture can be found in its festivals. The Kent Island Fish Off has for many years fueled the competitive spirit of fishermen both nationally and internationally. This extraordinary event continues to promote diversity, brings neighbors into dialogue, increases creativity, and offers opportunities for civic pride. At the core of this festival is a small number of organizers who actively, annually shape and construct the Fish Off Festival. They give it direction and importance, and it is a significant part of their life. Thus, I extend congratulations to the organizers of the Fish Off Festival and to all participants and sponsors. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I now declare this Fish Off open. May the sea and the weather be favorable, and may we all have an amazing experience at this 2022 Fish Off Festival.
Founder of the tournament, which was off for the last 2 years, Herman Gilbert Sr., well, let's just say he was excited.
To all the petitioners, to all the contributors, I thank you for contributing. We thank you for contributing, because it hadn't been for all of us, it wouldn't have been a thing. It wouldn't have happened. We got people from all the way to Long Island. We got people from all the way to Nassau who wants to play a part and be a part of. And we welcome them. We want to welcome more. We want to welcome persons from abroad to be a part of, because it's a good thing. It's a good boost for the island.
And speaking about a big boost for the island, we're now joined by the man who wears 2 hats. He's chief counselor, and he's also the man responsible for this tournament this year, Herman Gilbert Jr. Boy, you excited to have this tournament back after all these years?
Very, very excited. After all these years, now the fishermen have an opportunity to come here and to partake in this festival in a fun sport. All right, during the pandemic, a a lot of the Cat Islanders, we had to turn back to what we know, fishing and farming. And what a wonderful way, after the Prime Minister already relaxed things, to have a festival in doing what we know, fishing. So here the guys are this morning. They again geared up. Boaters are being inspected. And today we're going to have diving. Tomorrow is going to be hand line. And on Saturday, there's deep drop. Now, Saturday is going to be the Big Bang Fisher. We're going to have a lot of excitement here at Spitz Bay Dock. So we're encouraging person, you still have an opportunity to come on down to this great festival and enjoy all of the festivities that is going to partake on Saturday. We're going to have the Hermit Crab Race right here at Spitz Bay Dock. We're also going to We're going to have entertainment by Lassie Doe and the Boys. We have one of our great artists, Mr. Anderson, who's going to be performing. We have the Junkanoo Rush Out from the South Rockers Junkanoo group right here in Cat Island, and a lot of other events and things that's going to be happening.
Now we can see in the background as our cameraman Danny Michelle is getting to his post. What is happening and what other species will they be going after?
Well, today is diving. We're looking at bottom reef fish, starpers and grunts and maggot fish and stuff like that today. But it's diving. You're using only the Hawaiian sling and spear on today. So hence, you have our committee. They're going to each boat to make sure that they only have diving gears on board.
No
and
compressor.
It's free diving, no compressor.
Okay, and they'll go out at 8 o'clock this morning and be back by 3:30, counting at 5.
Yes, Bimini start is 8 a.m. sharp. All boats back in the cut by 5 p.m. And there will be the count on the way in right here at Spitz Bay Dock.
So if you were wondering about something you want to do this weekend, come on down to Cat Island. Smiths Bay is the place to be. It is the fish off after 2 years of absence. It is back. I'm going out there on the water today to see what I can haul in. You guys in the studio, I'm going to bring you back some big snappers, but guess what? I'm only going to bring them for show. When we come back later on in the show, we're going to show you what they are eating here in Cat Island.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On April 7, 1937, Governor General, the Most Honorable Cornelius A. Smith, was born in North End, Long Island. Also on this day in 1952, the Blue Marlin world record was shattered with a 487-pound catch of Andros. The previous record of 400 pounds was also established in the Bahamas off of Bimini.
So when you look at the complement of women that we have across the business today, they're in the commercial field, they're in the IT field, the technology field. We've been very strategic and that women had a place not only at the table, but also that different views and not just one voice is being heard to ensure that we're providing innovative and creative solutions to our customers to enable their lifestyle to be even more seamless as we go forward.
When Team Bahamas hopes into the pool at the Barbados Aquatic Center next week, there will be a lot of new faces aiming to secure the country's 6 championships in the last 7 editions. Household names and national stalwarts have been replaced with hunger and eager competitors looking to make a name for themselves.
I just want to do my best, try to bring home some medals. And just win some points for Team Bahamas.
I'm going to go there and do well. Try and get a medal in events and cheer for my team, wish them all the best.
Well, my expectations is that I could swim fast, drop time, and probably break a record. I don't really know. I'll try.
The practices are really hard and it's getting harder, but then it's going to drop down a little bit next week because we're going to taper.
Been to Barbados for Goodwill Games, but I know it's going to be fun, make some memories and swim our hearts out.
I think it's going to be like a cool trip, and even if I don't do what I hope to do, I'm going to still have fun.
With the official launch of the 2023 Bahamas Games taking place this week, stakeholders are hoping that the event can help unite the country amidst various hardships that have taken place. Leading the charge as Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bowleg.
To unite the country together, all those scattered of islands to come together as one. and see how strong we are united as one nation. And even though we are separate and apart from water, it's very important for us to come back together. You know, COVID has teaches all of us something. You know, hurricanes has devastated some of these islands. And so once again, we believe the 6th anniversary coincide with the 50th celebration, but allow persons to forget about the past and cherish the present moments and you know, and look forward to the future. And so for us coming together as one once again through the disciplines and through sports is once again will give us that feeling of being proud to be a Bahamian and also celebrating that golden jubilee year.
Now, if you're looking to burn some serious calories but hoping to try something a little different, an Asian-based high-intensify fitness routine has made its way to our shores. Crystal Darling has this report.
Tabata is the latest fitness workout of Japanese origin that has risen in recent popularity around the world. It's now here in the Bahamas. As Evolve Functional Fitness Tabata coach Tony Ramming explains, this cardio workout can be used to target every muscle.
HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. All right, that's centered around cardio. Now the difference between HIIT and Tabata is Tabata forces you to put stress on your cardiovascular system by working out for a particular time frame. And the rest is significantly shorter than the actual workout period. Whereas at your regular HIIT, you have more leniency to take a longer break in between sets. So today we'll be running through a Tabata, which is going to be pretty much a fast-paced HIIT cardio. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get to the ropes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. 15 seconds. Yeah. Good.
And the workout is so diverse that it can be tailored to fit just about any age group.
It doesn't necessarily focus on a particular demographic. It's just the amount of intensity, the level of intensity, and the type of workout. From your seniors to your youth, anywhere in between, it's just a matter of gauging where your fitness level is at to make an accommodating workout for you. If they want to focus on legs, upper body, or full body, it's up to the person. But for you today, that'll be full body.
So full body it was. Everything from legs to arms to core were all included target areas in this assorted workout. Tabata exercises can range anywhere from jumping jacks to battle ropes with short breaks that end in a matter of seconds in between sets.
First, you want to make sure the kettlebell is directly underneath the torso. You want to make sure your knees are nice and wide and pressure is in the heels, not the balls of the feet, all right? Core is tight. You want to draw that navel into the spine. So from here, I'm driving through my heels, bringing it up along my torso, getting it underneath my chin, elevating my elbows, all together. So my chest never drops below me. My chest stays in front of me.
Tabata is a full body workout that requires lots of energy, but it is totally worth it, so you should give it a shot.
As an artist, I travel all over the world, and I find inspiration all around me, from the people, and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty, from Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south, and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
Well, Cat Island is not only known for its fishing, but it's also known for its food. And if you're coming down here to the fish off, you must stop here at Miss B's stall. And we're joined by the two ladies that are doing all the cooking this morning. Your name?
Linda Bannister, Miss B. Linda Rose.
All right, you have a spread here for us this morning. First of all, tell us what is these?
Crab salad. We have a scrub salad. Scrub and bill salad. And then we have...
That's Miss B now. Give us all the pastries before we get to the subs.
All right. This is cassava bread.
Okay.
All right. Pound cake. Cheesecake. And of course, gobada. This is Johnny cake. And then we have crab and dough.
I know you folks in the studio are just mouth-watering right now.
Also, we have soft lobster.
Okay, what is this that you have open up here?
Oh, this is the barracuda. Yeah, yeah.
We also have some special sauces prepared. Right here in the back of me is the mutton sub. This is the
Cape Town.
And right here is the one that everybody. Hold on 1 second. I need to put the mic in front of you and explain what this is.
The head, foot, and belly.
Of what? Of what?
Goat.
Of the goat.
Yeah.
So I can taste this one.
No problem. All right.
So this is the head, foot, and the belly of the goat. And I'm eating that this morning. I've tasted it before when I've been here, Cat Island. It always tastes like it's new every time I taste it. But boy, this is so good. So if you're coming down, what all do you have to offer here?
Well, we have all the seafoods. We can't name all them. We have stuffed crab as well. We have shrimp, lobster, grouper fingers, fried snappers, cracked conch, cracked chicken, baked chicken, fried chicken, ribs, which is really good too. And we have a host of a lot of things here. Breakfast, we have waffles, we have white rice or grits, and you can have steamed hams, steamed sausages, tuna fish salad.
So this way I'll be eating for the next 3 days while I'm here in Cat Island. So what I'm going to do, I see some boats are going out there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap all this up, put this on the boat, send this for the crew on the morning edition. The boat should reach in sometime around 5 o'clock this afternoon. It will still be fresh, but I'm not going to promise you that because Donnie and I, we're going to just enjoy ourselves here in Cat Island. So if you're coming on down to Cat Island, make sure stop to Miss B's stall. They have all the delicacies, and this one I'm eating is the what?
That's the head, foot, and stomach of the goat.
So I'm going to enjoy this. Back to you in the studio, LaDawn. I know you're missing this. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I also have this.
Stew fish, and then we have here the bush pea.
I in the island, man. Let me stop playing cute.
Yeah.
So, LaDawn?
With a new month comes new opportunities and, more importantly, new trends. The month of April, the most critical in the season of spring, dubbed by enthusiasts as the month of growth, or rather, the month to bloom. The trends, just as bright as the neon and pastel-colored flowers set to emerge from their wintry cocoons, a feature which brings us to fashion. For the month of April, color is in, though not in the way you think. According to fashion experts, it's all about cool colors and highlights to the hair. An added touch for those who are most daring, soft bangs and layers. As for lifestyle trends, a Pinterest report predicts now is the time to test out that travel bug. You see, while travel may have been limited in 2021, spring 2022 is the year of adventure. But we can't say the same for food. Popular food-based blog Delish foreshadows a growth in popularity for plant-based items. There is also an apparent milk substitute on the block, and no, we're not talking about oat or milk, but rather potatoes. Yes, potatoes. So with these April trends, it's time to maximize your spring.
Thanks a lot, Antoinette. For sure, why you didn't take me with you to Cat Island? I'm sure you're going to indulge in all that stew fish, stew corn.
LaDawn, when I got here yesterday, everybody was asking me why I did not bring LaDawn. I tell them your passport was not straight. You'll be able to come on the next trip. But you're welcome to come down on Friday. It's a pleasure to be here in Cat Island. This is the first festival since the country is open. I expect a lot of persons here this weekend. I expect a lot of persons to come on down here to Miss B's stall. And once again, we'll be sending you all you guys there on the morning edition. You park it the day, so go to the boat and pick it up. Thanks for watching. We're here for the next 2 days, so stay tuned to the morning edition and also in the evening news where we'll be bringing you stories as well.
Thank you a lot, Fisher, and be sure to stay tuned to the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition at 6:30 and the Bahamas tonight at 7. And that's it for us this morning. For the entire team, I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great day, everybody.
Join the rake and scraper. Going to Cat Island. Whoa, Cat Island.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.